This next superphylum includes triploblastic, bilateral, pseudocoelomate, and eucoelomate protostome animals that are monophyletic. Exclusive characters of this group include the cuticle, a tough, flexible exoskeleton that protects the animals from drying out and predators. This cuticle is shed as the organism grows by a process called ecdysis. This feature separates ecdysozoans, which is a feature of this video, from the lophotrochozoans. There are 3 phyla in this superphylum: nematodes, roundworms, and tardigrades. Finally, the arthropods, which we'll cover a little bit later. Phylum Nematoda includes the roundworms. Nematodes are another strange exception to the eucoelomate body plan, as they develop a pseudocoelomate plan instead. There are both free-living and parasitic nematodes that exist. In fact, nematodes are so abundant that they make up some of the biggest chunk of biomatter on this planet. So far, 28,000 species have been discovered, with 16,000 species being parasitic. There's likely more than 1 million in existence, since many of our parasites basically have evolved alongside their host. They are found in all habitats and in great abundance. C. elegans is a free-living nematode used extensively in biological research for its cell reproductive capabilities. This species maintains the same number of cells throughout life, regardless of size. We call this utily. Roundworms are cylindrical in shape with tapered ends. They have a complete digestive system with a mouth and an anus, and in between, a pharynx, intestine, and rectum are found. The integument is arranged as a syncytium, or a multinucleated tissue that fuses many cells. The cuticle contains chitin, making a protective armor coating. There is no true body segmentation as seen in annelids. The longitudinal layer of muscles with attached dorsal and ventral nerve cords allow for fast, whip-like body movements. Nematodes generally excrete nitrogenous waste through the body wall. Some have excretory cells that collect waste and regulate water and salt concentration. Marine nematodes have rennet cells to rid them of excess solutes. There are 4 longitudinal nerves along the length of the body, and all meet at the anterior end to form a pharyngeal nerve ring, which acts like its brain. Nematodes can be either monoecious, dioecious, or parthenogenic. In dioecious worms, fertilization is often internal with a copulatory organ on the male to help deposit sperm into the female. Embryonic development starts after fertilization, and each offspring goes through 4 molting and ecdysis stages called L1 through L4. Most parasitic nematodes remain in the host throughout life, with the eggs shed via feces. Almost half of all nematode species are endoparasites, meaning they grow and develop within the body of their host. Here are a few examples. Necator are hookworms found in dogs, cats, and humans, which feed on our blood. This is the most common parasite that requires deworming in puppies. Trichinella are roundworms that cause trichinosis, a GI disease caused by consuming the eggs in raw or undercooked pork. Ascaris, or giant roundworm, steal nutrients in their host and can cause GI blockages. This is found in livestock and people. Wischieraria is spread by mosquitoes but infects people by lymph nodes, causing a non-lethal but noticeable swelling called elephantitis. This is caused by an obstruction of the lymphatic system draining, which is used to clean out blood. And this last one is commonly known as heartworms, which can cause blockages in the hearts of dogs. Tardigrades. These are a really bad animal group with over 1,000 species. They're mostly really tiny, less than 1 millimeter in length. They can be found in marine, freshwater, and damp soil environments. These are sometimes called water bears due to their plump bodies and large claws on stubby legs. I think they're so cute. Like roundworms and arthropods, they grow by shedding their outer layer. The reason why this animal is so bad is that very little can kill it. They enter a state called cryptobiosis, where they can survive desiccation, cold and hot temperatures, no air, high pressure, and radiation. and they can pretty much remain that way for years. They can survive with almost 99% water loss in their cells, and the DNA somehow stays preserved. Tardigrades have 4 sets of legs with claws, with the first 3 pairs for walking and the last for clinging to surfaces. They have a full digestive tract and feed on plants, algae, and small animals. They also have a hemocoel, which is a very large body cavity that collects blood and distributes nutrients, waste, and gas. There are no circulatory or respiratory structures found in this group. There's a special thing called Malpighian tubules, which remove waste to the gut. The nervous system is concentrated at the front of the eye spots, and there are tactile receptors in the appendages. Tardigrades are dioecious, and mating happens during molting with external fertilization. Eggs are deposited in the molted cuticle or on other objects. Like nematodes, they have utili, with cells growing as the tardigrade grows. In our next video, we'll be looking at the largest phylum of organisms on Earth, the arthropods.